Right, Robbie Blake joins me on the phone. Robbie, hello. Great to speak to you again, mate. How you doing?
Hi, mate. Yeah, I'm all good, thank you. Nice to speak to you too, and hope some sort of normality hopefully coming back to us. So, yeah, we're feeling positive, and yeah, nice to speak to you.
Well, you mentioned the word normality, Robbie, and this past week, for me, looking on Twitter, has been anything but normal. Last week, You Are the Rocks was launched, the initiative to raise £30,000. And for those that don't know, yesterday, Monday, the club and the fans actually hit that £30,000 raised in a week, Robbie. From a club's point of view, what does that mean? Because for me, the mind boggles. 30 grand in a week by the fans. That's incredible.
It's absolutely incredible, and it just goes to show, what a fantastic football club we are. With great supporters, great history, and we can't thank supporters and anybody else who's contributed to this. It's just incredible the affection and the support that the club's received, not only just over the last week, but the years gone and years to come. And we can't thank the supporters enough. It's incredible, and we're so appreciative of everybody that's made a contribution.
I mean, some of the packages are obviously still available. You still got the stands to be named. There's obviously the ground rights as well, Robbie. But the one that's been really interesting is the fact that you can actually have your name embroidered on the shirt, and that's still available. That's a pretty unique one, isn't it? I've only seen that one or two times.
Absolutely, it's quite a unique one, like you say, and it's great to the supporters to have their name, imprinted into the shirt, which is. It's fantastic. It's a fantastic thing that the club are trying to do, and we're trying to get everybody involved, and we're trying to appreciate that what all the supporters have done for the football club, and anything that we can assist in that would obviously be fantastic. And there's other things as well that they can do. I think there's a 10-year season ticket.
Yep.
You can engrave your name on a wall and stuff. So it's great that what the club are trying to do. And not only that, it's great that the supporters are on board with it, which, obviously, if everybody's pulling in the right direction, you can have a successful football club at any level.
And one team, obviously, at the club that's been talking quite a lot is the media team. And Josh has very, I'm going to use the word stupidly, decided to make a bet. But if they can raise, what was that? I think it was 20 grand by Sunday, but he would get the club crest tattooed on a part of his body. Robbie, what was your thoughts about that one? Because he's done it. It will be happening.
Well, fantastic if he's done it, and brave as well. I mean, listen, he probably wanted to do it anyway, so for him to raise 20,000, he's probably happy about it. So, no, it's just, it goes to show the support for the football club, and everybody's, pulled together in these difficult times, and certainly pull together in difficult times in terms of financially, where people are losing their jobs and money's not as flush as other people have got it. So it's, like you say, it's a great achievement by everybody.
And how important was it for the club to actually build off the pitch in relation to the stand being refurbished with a new PA system and the new seats?
I think it's massively important because, listen, for us to function, we need, paying supporters coming through the door, and we need sponsorships, and we need other things like, seasons to be up and running and stuff like that. So, for us to have this fundraising and for people to be so kind and go in their own pockets to help keep our football club going, it just speaks volumes for everything. And, like you say, it's touched me over the last week. I mean, the football club, since I've been there, has touched me, but not only that, but to be part of this process right now and what's happening at the football club so far, it's incredible.
And for people that obviously haven't seen the social media, can you tell the people, Robbie, what's happening at the ground at the moment? How are the refurbishments coming along? So you've obviously been down to the ground quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think I'm not quite sure, Lee, on the exact dates of when the stand will be taken down, but it's the end of this month. I'm led to believe, and obviously the the new 365 seater main stand will go in. I think there's improvements to behind the back of the goal with seasons as well. So it's fantastic that we're able to do this in these certain and difficult times. And I'm pretty sure a lot of supporters have probably been down to look at the lane for the way it is right now for the one last time, because obviously, supporters have had that sort of look for that many years. They're used to it. So it'll be strange for them. But I think for the club in the modern times to move forward and to have better facilities and better opportunities for the football club, the refurbishments needed to be done. So it's great that we can do them, and we're really looking forward to seeing the final outcome.
Has it changed your view, the initiative? You are the Rocks. Has it changed your view about non-league football? Because you've obviously come from a professional background, as we've talked about before. But has it changed your actual opinion about non-league football for the amount of people that are getting involved?
I think my opinion on non-league football, although I still had a high opinion of it, is completely incredible, and I've got so much admiration and respect for not only the people that are involved at football clubs at non-league level, but for the supporters, for how loyal and how unique the supporters are, and where they travel and how they support the team. It's all right when you can watch, multi-million-pound players and play in big stadiums, but non-league football is a bedrock football, in my opinion, in the English football, and for this pandemic to nearly wipe a lot of it out, or try and wipe a lot of it out, and for everybody to stick together and come together and unite again and make teams and make clubs stronger, it speaks volumes for non-league football. And I can only speak on behalf of the football club in terms of the volunteers and the people that listen. I can't start naming people. These people know who they are. I don't want to name someone and forget someone. So the people, they know who they are. They're doing what they're doing for this football club, and it's quite incredible. And they deserve a huge amount of credit. And not only that, from my point of view, got so much admiration and respect for these people. And that's not a throwaway comment to say they know who they are. They do. And for me to name everybody, I probably couldn't at this moment in time, because I'm not thinking right. But these people know who they are and what they've done and what they're doing for the football club. Is huge credit and massive respect, certainly from my part anyway.
And the fact that ex-players as well, again, Robbie, as you just said, they know who they are. I can't name all of them, but some of the names that have been coming out, some people that have donated, it's absolutely incredible, isn't it? To show that people who aren't still at the club still love the Rocks. Absolutely, and it's incredible. It just shows what sort of football club we are and how it's run. That you get, players that have probably left maybe on half decent terms, good terms or whatever, actually still putting money in to the football club. Speaks volumes for, to be fair, speaks volumes for Jack as well, because obviously Jack's been there, everyone's been there, but Jack's been there for 50 years, and for people to still come back and still keep contributing speaks volumes for whatever job he's done, and he's done an incredible job. People sometimes try and give him stick, but I've got nothing but the greatest respect for Jack for what he's done for the football club and how he's taken the club forward and trying to redevelop. I know there's other people involved in that, but he's still there through that, and he needs a lot of credit for that. And looking now, Robbie, on the field matters. First of all, the players under contracts, are they back training? What's happening with the training situation at the moment at the Rocks?
We're still trying to get clearance and guidance from the FA and everything like that. We've got to do this. We've got to do the right protocol for that league. We've got to make sure that health and safety and the safety of the players and everybody else around that is paramount, obviously. So we're still in the process of trying to arrange that. We're hoping that there'll be some sort of light shed in the next couple of days or next week or so. But like myself, and I think speaking to the players, they're all geared up to doing it. So we just want to be back on the training pitch, even just back seeing each other with the ball and having a little bit of banter and getting the feel for it. And so it feels that long that we haven't done anything, and it'll just be nice for the players to get back to normality as well.
One question, obviously, the fans are going to want me to ask is about Dan Smith. Can we have an update on Dan? Is he still at Bognor? Has he gone elsewhere? What is happening, if you can say, Robbie?
I can't say too much on that, Lee. I'm not aware of any other developments. But one thing we will say is, Dan has been a good servant to this football club over the last couple of years. He scored a lot of goals. He's been fit and ready to play almost nearly every game, apart from probably one injury he had. So, listen, it happens, doesn't it? If he does go, he does go. If he doesn't, he stays with us, great. But I can't really give you that much light on that one. I'm sorry about that.
No, that's fine. To be fair, obviously the fans will completely understand that. How hard has it been, though, Robbie, to kind of make plans for next season, not knowing A, who's going to be there, and B, when we're going to start again?
Yeah, no, that's the hardest part. You don't, like you say, you don't know with what the financial restraints are going to be. What the players are thinking, where their heads are. It's very difficult, and certainly when you haven't got a due date to start or even to start back training, it's very difficult. We've spoke to the players regularly and just updated them and tried to keep them in the loop. So it's just a matter of once we get a date where we can start playing in terms of pre-season, and we can, even if we just got a rough date of when we may start, whether it's September or, whatever it is, it's obviously a little bit easier to plan because then you know what you need for pre-season and you know what you can do, and it's very difficult to still speak to players now.
Again, if you can't answer this question, that's fair enough. But from the club's point of view and from your point of view, Robbie, is football at this level without fans? Is that a non-starter, really?
Well, it's very difficult when from any team, let alone Bognor Regis, any team at non-league level needs supporters through the door to pay for plays and pay for things, and for us not to have that, I think everybody would struggle to play non-league football without any supporters in the club, in the ground. And I think I'm probably speaking for every single football club in the non-league level that would be very difficult to do.
And obviously, tomorrow is the restart of the professional game again, Robbie. What's your take on it personally about the fact that it is going to be going back again with stadiums being empty, crowd noises? Who knows what's going to happen?
Listen, over the last week or so, I've been watching the Bundesliga, and it's just not the same. I found myself, as bad as it is, turning to the golf. At least it's. It's obviously the Bundesliga, but it just doesn't feel the same to me. Listen, don't get me wrong, my connection with the Premier League and the Championship, and obviously the League 2 and League 1 playoffs games, I'll have more affection for that. But what I'm saying is it's just difficult to watch in these circumstances. And I think the whole outcome has been pretty poor. Personally, I think the games for me should have been cancelled. It should have. How they've done it on the points per game system in League One is, in my opinion, appalling. I think you've got teams voting to void the season, but yet they jump 8 places and find themselves in the playoffs. And you're relegating teams and giving teams league championships and playoff positions with nearly 30 points to play. I find it really poor. I think when you have a pandemic, there's nothing you can really do about that. I think everybody loses in the respect of, for instance, you look at Leeds United. Leeds United have been crying out, are they a Premier League football club? Of course they are. But they've been crying out for years and years and years. And it's a club that I've got a lot of affection for. When there's a pandemic, unfortunately, these circumstances that people are losing supporters from this disease. And all we want to do is try and start the games and do points per game. And have things finished, but it's not right in my opinion. I mean, that's only my opinion, but it should have been completely stopped, suspended.
And I'd also like to get your personal view, if you can, about the I'm going to use the word situation that's happening with the conference, the North South and the actual main conference. I will use the word farcical, Robbie. What's your view on it? Because it's crazy.
It's very tough, isn't it, Lee? You know, because what it is the National League still suffer because, you know, one team or two teams, sorry, would go into the actual professional level, and that's a big thing for these teams. And I understand the difficulties of it, but I don't see any outcome. I think the games should be voided. It should be stopped. And I know that people will be disappointed with that comment I make. I don't see any fairer outcome than, you know, what I feel is, listen, people might say, give Liverpool a championship, no problem. But what I feel is everybody should have stopped. The league should have been scrapped, and we should have just gone again next season. As difficult as that is, and I know there's a lot of money involved, but you're still going to lose a lot of money if you do play for other teams. So, yeah, I think it's been badly handled in the, you know, I just don't see any outcome in it than it being suspended. And I know it's difficult that the teams in the non-league will be trying to get into the, like I say, into the professional game. And then you'll have a national team who don't want to go into the Conference South or Conference North. And you'll have the Conference South teams who spend a lot of money trying to get in the National League, and it's very difficult. But like you say, I still stick to when you have a pandemic and you have people and the supporters who are dying of this disease, and all we want to think about is trying to get promoted. I think we've got to put life into perspective.
I'll end it on a positive note, Robbie, or one final question for you. £30,000 raised. What's your message to the people and the fans that have donated? Over to you.
Just, we can't thank you enough. It's incredible what you've done, what you're still doing. Like I mentioned, these volunteers, the people who run the football club from top to bottom. You deserve a huge pat on the back and huge credit for what you're doing. You're a fantastic person to do it. And I've got the utmost respect for everybody. I've got the utmost respect for every single person who's donated to the football club, whether it's not a supporter or a supporter. We can't thank you enough. The money will be greatly appreciated and used to good use. And, you know, if you can keep making donations, would be fantastic. We don't expect it, but if you could, it would be amazing. And certainly from my point of view, I thank you so much for all the help you're doing to Bognor Regis Football Club.
Robbie, absolute pleasure to speak to you, and I'm sure we will meet soon, mate. Thank you very much indeed.
Thanks very much, Lee, and we'll see you soon, mate.
See you soon, mate. Cheers, Robbie.
Top man, buddy. See you, mate.
Bye.